Hi everyone, welcome back to Thrive with Sushmita. In today's video, we will be talking about three words which sound very similar, but then when you use it in sentences, they are used in different contexts. The words are could, would and should. So why wait? Let's get started. By the end of this video, you will not be confused anymore as in when to use could, would or should. So the first word is could. See, we all know that could is the past tense of the word can. Now, when you use this word could in sentences, they are not just used as a past form of can. They are used in different ways. Now, what are those different ways? They can be used as a possibility. They can be used as it can be used as a past ability. It can be used as politeness, or maybe sometimes it is also used in a hypothetical situation. So let's see how this word could can be used in these situations. The first situation is about talking about a possibility. A possibility means something that was possible in the past or could be possible in the future. Like it could rain tomorrow. It could rain tomorrow. So it talks about a possibility which can happen tomorrow. So you can use could when you talk about, a situation or a possibility or something that was possible in the past or something that could be possible in the future. The second way you can use it when you want to talk about some ability, especially when you talk about some past ability. Like, I could swim when I was 5, okay? Or maybe I could run for 10 kilometers when I was 5. So I am talking about an ability, a past ability which was in the past, or I or somebody, about whom you're talking, it was possible for them, this ability was possible for them in the past. So we talk about it as a past ability. We can also use could when we want to sound more polite. I can always say that, can you help me? But you can, when you use could you help me please? So you sound more polite when you use could. Now, also in some hypothetical situations. Now, hypothetical situations mean that it has not happened, but agar aisa hota, to ye hota, that hypothetical situation. Like, if I had more money, I could learn a new language. So, the situation, दोनों ही situations नहीं हुई हैं. I don't have that money, I have not learned that language. So, if I had so much money, or if I had a lot of money, I could learn a new language. So you can use could in these situations. Now let's move on to would. You can use would in situations like, it's a super useful word when you talk about some imaginary situations or talk about some past habits, or it is also used when you want to talk about some preferences, making offer, and usually it is used with if on a conditional note. Okay, now let's see each one of these. The first thing let's discuss is about like a past habit. Like during childhood, we would go to our grandparents' house every summer. So it is a past habit which would continue or would often, it's a repeated habit that would happen. Now, when you talk about making an offer, you can always say would you like to have tea or coffee, right? So it is about, you're offering, would you like to join me? It is kind of a request, but more than that, it's kind of an offer, or it's kind of a question that you are putting across. Would you like to join me? It's an offer that you are giving. We can also use would when we talk about certain preferences, like I would like to stay home rather than going out. So I'm talking about my preferences, right? You can also use it with if. For example, if I say, if I were you, I would apologize. So here I am using it with if as a condition, right? So there's a condition which is underlying in this sentence. So if I were you, I would apologize. So in these situations, we can use would. Now let us move on to should and see how should can be used. So we use should when we talk about, or maybe when we give some advice, we talk about some responsibility, obligation, or maybe some probability or some suggestions to somebody, right? Now, if we use it in sentences, let's see. Like when we talk about advice, like if you want to advise somebody, we will be using this word should. Like you should exercise daily, or you should eat green vegetables, or you should not eat junk food. So this is a kind of an advice you are giving, right? It can also be like used as an obligation, like the drivers should obey the traffic rules, right? They should obey, like it is necessity, it is important, so we are emphasizing on that, right? We can also use when we are talking about an expectation, or maybe a probability, like he should be here in 10 minutes, or the train should be here soon. So I'm talking about a probability. We can also use should when we want to suggest something, like you should try this restaurant, right? You should try this restaurant. So when you are using should, you can use it in all these situations. So this was all about today, where we discussed about could, would and should, and how you can use it in your sentences. If you found this video to be very useful for you, please don't forget to subscribe us. Till then, keep thriving, keep learning, keep smiling. We will meet you in the next video. Thank you so much.